if there's any food that you can think of in this world, there's a way to make it vegan. There's a way to use non-dairy substitutes, and food that's not vegan, and add vegan items to make it. And so at my house, I'm definitely blessed to have a mom that's able to cook all these wonderful foods and different recipes. And so we have different, exotic mithais. We've had kaju katri, gulab jamun, and it would be like the vegan version of it. And so really grateful for that. And and she'll be able to explain more. But I think if there's any food in this world that you want to eat that's vegan, there's a way to do it. So I'll just share that. And then with that, I'll pass it to Urvashi Jain.
Thank you so much. Urvashi, then tell us a little bit about your own experience with Diwali, and then please share about your philosophy and your generosity making vegan food for so many people in your life.
Hi, thank you, Gina, for taking me here. I was really impressed with Chicago Temple that they have done vegan mithais. I mean, really impressive. And also, of course, thank you for the yummy rasmalai recipe. Yeah, I've been the Jain Society of Houston president for like 5 years. I was there. We did try a lot of different things, especially when Diwali came. That's when we decided that, okay, instead of doing ghee diya, let's do coconut oil diya. It was a struggle, quite a lot of struggle, but finally everybody agreed it. And for last 6 years, we use coconut oil diyas at our Jain Center. So that was one change which was there. And then, of course, I'm still in the kitchen committee also. I was the kitchen coordinator for a long time. And then I stepped down again from the president and joined the kitchen committee. So I could still continue making vegan mithais and vegan curries, vegan mithais. A lot of, instead of using ghee, we use coconut oil, refined coconut oil, which does not give the coconut smell. If it's in my house, I still use avocado oil because it's more healthier. But if I'm making in large quantity, I use a coconut oil, refined one. So yeah, so I try to make all kind of mithais. Anything you say it is possible. I don't have any pictures. I lost, somebody hacked into my phone and everything was wiped out. So I don't have any pictures of my mithais. But I made a gulab jamun using bread, and it was very easy to make it. It tasted exactly same. And my friends, they never found out that it was vegan. They thought it's a regular gulab jamun. Even the rasmalai, I have tried rasmalai. I've tried shrikhand. I make a homemade vegan yogurt, peanut yogurt, and it turns out fine, So I make rabdi. Okay, rabdi. So I want to share some recipes. I don't have written version, which I can send it to Dr. Gina. Maybe she can post it later on. Like rabdi also, I use oat milk, extra creamy oat milk, boil it and crumble a slice of bread or a couple of slices in the blender. And you just add it to rabdi and it gives a thick texture. And then you add, of course, your sugar and cardamom and, badam and all that. So you can substitute any mithai. I mean, with ghee, you can do coconut oil. In our Jain Center in Houston for last 4 years, we have been doing a vegan churma laddu on Mahavir Jayanti Day. So instead of ghee, we use coconut oil. We tried it once and everybody liked it and nobody had an issue with it. So now it's a kind of standard that every year we make vegan laddus. We make about 1,400 laddus every year because we have a big samaj. We have about 1,000 people over here. So we make vegan laddus, vegan curry, and then you can make vegan gugra, churma laddus, lapshi, shrikhand, gulab jamun, all that you can make it. And yeah, I do have a Montessori school. I ran, for last 10 years, I have it. Before it was all vegetarian. I've never served meat in my Montessori school. And we had about 75 students. So we never have served any meat. Neither my teachers have got their meat from home. I tell them not to bring meat. I would take food from home so I could feed them vegetarian food. And last 1 year, I have about 25 kids. I fed them vegan food only. So yeah. So I'm trying if I can, help the kids, now my older kids who are like after schoolers, they know that they've been eating vegan and they say, Miss Jain, we love your food, whatever you make, I make vegan cheese and I use that for grilled cheese, quesadillas. So I will definitely share all the recipes later on with Dr. Gina. So that's what it is, Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing about such a range of people that you interact with, from the fellow Jains at the Jain Society to the children in the Montessori school, and that everyone can enjoy vegan food is, it shows how much, you must be putting your best efforts in and showcasing tasty food that people really like. So, so kudos, and please let anyone who has questions about any particular items, put it in the chat, and we'll do our best to help you if you have a particular item that you're interested in kind of making vegan and you're not quite sure how to do it. And I see in the chat that that Madhvi also has said she uses coconut oil for diyas at home and can use another cooking oil if she runs out. That's wonderful, Madhvi. I don't know if you wanted to unmute and say anything more about that. Yeah, I know in Boston they use almond oil for diya, actually, so that can be used as well. And it's been said that almond oil is considered very special, as so some people, they don't want to feel that they're shortchanging the ritual, and so coconut and almond oil can both be considered special oils, and just as special as ghee used to be for folks before we knew how much cruelty there was associated with it. Good to hear people are fans of gulab jamun as well, being vegan. And as we continue to take more chat, maybe we can transition over and hear more from Pratiksha about her experiences with the cultural side of Diwali, maybe some recipes, and then reflections. It sounds like you might also have some questions for the group that you've also talked about with the kids in your Pachala. So that would be fun to hear too.
Yep. Thank you so much for sharing. And Urvashi Aunty, just hearing about your experience of serving vegan food at school, I think that's so wonderful. Like, you're just creating so much awareness, and the fact that you did that, that's just so inspiring. Because at local schools here, it's hard for my kids who go to school here and they're vegan. It's hard for them to even get those options, right? So it's like my daughter, when she was going to the school for the first time in first grade, just because they're so young, and for them to be able to like go there and say, is this vegan? Is this not vegan? Getting food from school was always challenging. But the least thing that we were able to do, I was working with the school cafeteria and others, was, can you at least put the label, or can you at least make the cafeteria people aware of this? So when she's saying something and a little one saying something, they would be able to make out and make sure that she's getting vegan food at school. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.